Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you hear any background noise, it's my little baby in the background. He's playing, so just disregard all of that. But today we are doing yet another bread series video. I'm making sourdough, but a different type of sourdough bread. I'm making traditional like loaf bread, and I'm very excited about this because if it turns out good and it's easy enough to do, I might start doing it every week just to kind of replace store-bought bread. But I'm just gonna walk you guys through the process. It's probably gonna be a shorter bread video today. It's not as involved, but it takes a little bit longer just because of the rising. The period is like 4 to 24 hours just when your bread is doubled in size. So I'm gonna go ahead and get into showing you guys the process. I think it's gonna be a fun one today. Okay, so we're gonna start by mixing all of our wet ingredients into our bowl. So I have my sourdough starter and I've stirred it down and measured it, and I need 1 cup. I have the recipe that I'm going off of because it makes 3 loaves, and I didn't have that many loaf pans and didn't really want to make that many loaves of bread, so I halved it. And I have a 9x5 bread pan and an 8x4, I think is the other one. It's a smaller one. So I'm thinking with having this recipe, that'll work out really good. And you want your water to be room temperature or lukewarm. You don't want super cold water. And your honey and your coconut oil melted down, and 1 egg. And I gotta grab some salt. Now that all of our wet ingredients are mixed together in here, you're gonna add your flour 1 cup at a time, and you wanna mix it until the dough is pulling away from the sides of the bowl, but also not really sticking to your fingers. And then after that, we'll turn it out onto the counter and we'll knead it. But I'm gonna speed this up so you don't just see me pouring flour into a bowl, and we'll come back when it's the right texture and we're ready to knead it. So now that our dough is all combined, we're gonna knead it for 5 to 15 minutes, just when it gets really soft and silky, and it might hydrate a little bit while we're kneading it. So if you need to add a little bit more flour, you can do that. But again, I'm gonna speed it up so you don't see me kneading bread for 10 minutes.
We'll sing about your heart. Maybe the trees will whisper the word. Maybe the sun will spread your joy to the ones who lost their hope.
I'm gonna bring you guys in a little bit closer, but now that we have our dough all kneaded and nice and elasticy, I'm gonna split it up and put it in my loaf pans. You can do an additional rise if you wanna stick it in a bowl and let it double. At this point, you can, just for more of like the sourdough flavor, give it an extra little like fermentation process. But for me, I'm gonna do the quick way. I'm just gonna split it and put it in my loaf pans and let it rise for that 4 to 24 hours. We have to go and run to the store, so I'm gonna check it when we come back, see how it looks. If not, I might just let it set overnight or the rest of the day until this time tomorrow. It says don't rush this step. You want to make sure that it is really doubled in size before you bake them. So I'm gonna split those up, and then these are gonna go where all of my other breads go, in the laundry room, and they're gonna live there until they're doubled in size and ready for us to bake.
Dreaming of you, dreaming of you, dreaming of you.
So we turned the dryer on, so I had to move these out here, but they're still doing pretty good. I'm not quite doubled. I think I'm gonna leave them for a while, at least until this one starts to fill out the like loaf pan a little bit better. But this is what they're looking like so far, so I'm gonna leave them in here and then probably put them back in the laundry room. Well, good morning. It is the next day and I am getting ready to bake them. Both of them are kind of the same, like doubled in sizeness as they were when I showed you yesterday. The time for them to rise is 4 to 24 hours. So just kind of when you think they're ready, when they've doubled, and they said not to rush that step. So I just went ahead and left them. It's been almost 24 hours. I made them around 11 o'clock yesterday and it's around 9 or 10 o'clock right now. So I'm gonna go and show you what they look like now and then we're gonna bake them and see how they turn out. So I kept them on the counter because we were doing laundry yesterday, but this is what they look like. They dried out a little bit on the top, but I guess that would make a good crust for them. So this one's pretty much, I think, as doubled as it's gonna get, and this one looks really good. So I am gonna throw these in the oven and then I'll show you the finished product. So I completely forgot to say how long to bake them. So you're gonna bake them at 375 for 30 to 35 minutes. And if you notice that the top starts to get a little brown, you can throw a piece of aluminum foil over the top so they can cook through the middle and not burn. But I thought that would be helpful to throw in there. But I will leave the recipe link down below, so all of that will be in there as well. The loaves have about 10 more minutes. I'm gonna turn you around and show you what they look like. They're starting to get a little golden and the house smells really, really good, but I'm gonna show you what they look like in the oven. Yummy. The loaves just came out of the oven. They're back there. They have to cool completely before I can slice them. So once I do that, we will do a little taste test on them. I still haven't decided if I want to use them for sandwiches. I definitely want to try avocado toast on them. Kyle eats more like sandwiches for lunch than I usually do. So hopefully he will like it. He likes regular sourdough bread, so I wouldn't see why he wouldn't like the loaf bread, but I'm very excited to try it and see what it tastes like. I'm hoping they didn't dry out too much overnight with as long as I had to let them sit and rise, but we're gonna figure it out soon. Oh, we're gonna officially taste test this. I took a little piece off of the end because I just couldn't wait. I just ate some jelly beans, so I'm gonna clear my palate. This is the less like doubled loaf. I'm gonna set you on my water bottle right here. Hopefully that works. Okay. So I cut off this little piece and took a nibble off of the end, but I don't like the heel piece on regular bread, so I want to get a normal piece. This one just is a real squatty, sad looking loaf. So we're gonna cut it. It doesn't look as cute as this one. Here, I'll show you. This one's cuter. I'm gonna wait to take a picture with it for like my thumbnail or Instagram or something, but this one I feel like is gonna be a little bit better, a little bit fluffier. We're gonna go ahead and try it just for the taste and see how we feel about it. That piece is uneven. You see what I mean? They're just a little squatty. It tastes like a dinner roll, like a brown and serve dinner roll to me, but sourdough. So it's not bad. I think it's denser than it's supposed to be. I probably definitely could have cooked it a little bit longer. I'm a notorious like under baker versus over baker, especially with bread. Yeah, I would eat it. I mean, I don't know how to describe it. Like, it's not bad. I don't hate it, but it's not my favorite bread that I've made, which I think this is the first time I've said that. We're gonna flop out this one. This little cutie. So cute. Oh, James is talking over there. But I am gonna set this one to the side and I'm just gonna, hold on a minute. There we go. Oh, that one looks way better. Aw, look how cute. I'm gonna slice this one. It's pretty much all the way cooled. This looks more like a loaf of bread that I would think of. Like, this is more of what I would think it should look like. Do a Tammy tap. So we're gonna see. I'm gonna cut off the heel because your girl, not a heel person. Okay, this looks a lot better. It looks more like a piece of bread. This one does. So we're gonna see if it's better. Okay. Hold on a second. This one's a lot better. My little chunk taken out of it, but it is more of what I expected. The other one, I don't know what happened, because I kneaded them both the same amount of time, I let them rise the same amount of time, so maybe just like a smaller loaf pan is the way to go. I don't know how to feel about it, honestly. It's not bad, it's really not. It's just very sour and has a different taste than like a regular sourdough loaf. I will leave this recipe linked down below for you guys. I will probably try to make it again, just in like a few more smaller loaf pans like this, and just see if it turns out any different. But it's just so wild to me that this loaf and this loaf, like, look at the size difference. Hold on, we're gonna move these two pieces of bread. But just the difference between the two, like super squatty, like banana bread looking loaf, and then this one actually looks like a regular loaf of bread. So I don't know what I did. I'm guessing it's the pan size. Bread is weird. Bread is very, very weird, has a mind of its own. I honestly believe that. Well, I completely forgot to end the video yesterday, but I will link that recipe down below for you guys if you want to try it for yourself. But I am gonna try to incorporate some more bread videos that don't involve like sourdough or sourdough discard, because I know a lot of people probably don't have a sourdough starter. So I'm hoping to do some more like active yeast recipes or quick breads, different stuff like that. So next Monday, I think that's gonna kind of be the theme for the bread video. Again, I have no idea what I want to make yet, but I will search Pinterest and my cookbooks and just figure out something I can make that sounds good and that's fairly easy to do. But I think that is all that I have for today's video. I will be posting my regular video on Friday. It'll probably be a vlog because I really enjoyed vlogging here lately, but I'm gonna stop rambling and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.